Welcome to the Kiva Partner Academy. This lesson covers important policies that apply to borrower profiles. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to write a loan use that complies with Kiva policy, write a borrower description that complies with Kiva policy, and upload a photo or video that complies with Kiva policy. Note that this lesson covers a limited number of Kiva's most important policies. For a full list, please see the Partner Help Center. This lesson is intended for the Kiva coordinator and any other staff who will post loans. Before you begin posting loans in Kiva's Partner Admin System, PA2, it is important for you to understand Kiva's policies. If you post a loan that violates a policy, there may be delays in publishing the loan on Kiva's website, or the loan may be refunded. This section covers policies related to the loan use field in PA2. The loan use field appears in step 1 of posting a loan. It is the field where you explain how the borrower will use the loan. Lenders can see the loan use once the borrower profile is published on Kiva's website, and it is one of the main fields they look at when deciding whether or not to fund the loan. Now, let's review an important policy that applies to the loan use field. The loan use must explain exactly how the borrower will use the loan. For example, to buy oranges and bananas to sell in her grocery store, or to repair his taxi. Avoid vague statements such as to expand the business or to add working capital. Lenders need to understand how the borrower will use the loan funds. This section covers policies related to the borrower and loan use description in PA2. The borrower and loan use description appears in step 1 of posting a loan. It is the field where you write a detailed description about the borrower and the loan. Lenders can see the description once the borrower profile is published on Kiva's website. They use the description to decide whether or not to fund the loan. Now, let's review some important policies that apply to the borrower and loan use description. Do not include any family names in the description. You will enter the family name in the family name field in PA2, but this field will not be published on Kiva's website. We want to protect the privacy of the borrower. Do not include any information in the description or the photo that would allow someone to physically locate the borrower, such as a street name or full address. We want to protect the privacy of the borrower. Use the third person when writing about the borrower. For example, DT is a seamstress. Also use the third person when writing about your organization. For example, she requested a loan from Opportunity Bank. Do not use the first person unless you are including a direct quote from the borrower. We want to represent the borrower accurately. Do not mention the loan term or a specific duration of the loan in the description. For example, do not say, DT is taking a 6-month loan. You will enter the full repayment schedule later in step 2. When Kiva publishes the loan on its website, extra time will be added to the schedule to account for the time needed for you to transfer funds to Kiva and for Kiva to transfer those funds to lenders. We ask that you not include the loan term in the description because lenders will be confused that it does not match the extended schedule published on Kiva's website. It is not necessary to mention the loan amount in the description. You will enter the loan amount in step 2. However, if you choose to mention the loan amount in the description, the following policies apply. If the loan amount is in a currency other than US dollars, do not convert it to US dollars. If the loan amount is in US dollars and is not a multiple of $25, do not include it. When Kiva publishes the loan on its website, the loan amount that you enter in step 2 will be converted to US dollars if necessary and rounded up to the nearest $25. We ask that you do not include a US dollar amount that is not a multiple of $25 in the description because lenders will be confused that it does not match the amount published on Kiva's website. For more information about currency exchange and the Kiva Roundup, please consult the PA2 manual. In general, ensure that the description only contains information that the borrower is comfortable sharing publicly on the Internet. Exercise caution and use good judgment when considering whether to include information that could be sensitive, such as health information or sexual orientation. This section covers policies related to the photo uploaded to PA2. All of the same policies apply to videos. For an individual loan, the photo must clearly show the face of the borrower. Do not upload photos that are dark, blurry, or in which the borrower is turned away from the camera or too far away from the camera. Kiva must be able to use the photo to identify the borrower when conducting informational audits or borrower verifications. The following policy applies to group loans. If the group has 5 or fewer members, all members must be in the photo and their faces must be clearly shown. If the group has 6 or more members, at least 80% of members must be in the photo and their faces must be clearly shown. Kiva must be able to use the photo to identify group members when conducting informational audits or borrower verifications. If anyone who is not a recipient of the loan is in the photo, they must sign a client waiver, and the description must include an explanation of who they are. For example, DT is shown in the photo with her husband. The client waiver is required because we must have written consent from anyone whose photo is published on Kiva's website. An explanation is required so that lenders are not confused about why there are more people in the photo than are receiving a loan. Now, let's review some examples of photos that help illustrate Kiva's policies. First, let's look at some photos that violate Kiva policy. What is wrong with this photo? Yes, that's right. This photo is too dark to see the borrower's face. What is wrong with this photo? Correct. The borrower is too far away from the camera to be seen clearly. What about this photo? That's right. The borrower's face is turned away from the camera, and you can't see it clearly. What is wrong with this photo? In this photo for a group loan, several of the group members' faces are obstructed. Now, let's look at some good photos. This borrower is facing the camera and is clearly identifiable. What do you like about this photo? In this photo for a group loan, all group members are facing the camera and are clearly identifiable. That brings us to the end of this lesson. You should now be able to write a loan use that complies with Kiva policy, write a borrower profile description that complies with Kiva policy, and upload a photo or video that complies with Kiva policy. Thank you for completing this lesson of the Kiva Partner Academy. We hope to see you again soon.